Let's talk about problem stacking versus problem solving. I've discussed this previously on my channel, but it's important to remind people again and again and again about this concept because most of you guys, if you have negative self-talk, you are problem stacking, procrastinating, and things are getting exponentially worse in your life, and you feel like life is hard. Life is as hard as you make it to be. Literally. If you do things right, if you begin to problem solve issues out of your life, life is going to be enjoyable, not hard. Maybe you'll even take on hard, okay? Because life is enjoyable for you. It's like, I feel like my burden is extremely light. Literally. Like, I'm blessed with, a healthy family. I'm healthy. Everything's kind of working okay. Like, obviously, there's some crazy stuff happening around the world. Fortunately, in the place that I'm living, there's right now safety, there's peace, there's no one that disturbs my daily schedule. Like, I'm happy. And there's progression. That comes as a result of me having spent years problem solving things out of my life, right? And making sure that everything in my life is streamlined in order for me to create the exponential results that I desire for us to make the changes in the world that we want to create. Problem stacking versus problem solving. I've been in problem solving mode for years, and I want to help you to begin to develop that mindset yourself so that you can succeed on a grand scale as well. So what should you prioritize when it comes to problem solving? Because you might have a lot of problems right now that are standing in the way of you developing an amazing daily schedule that's going to give you exponential results. First of all, I wish I could show you the time matrix developed by Stephen R. Covey that explains quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. And on it is urgent, important. That's quadrant 1. This is basically putting out fires that are necessary to put out. And then you have quadrant 2, which is not urgent, but very important. And that's the one that should be continuously expanding because it's not urgent, right? You want to be in that state continuously, in a state of calm, peace, relaxed manner. Everything in your life is planned out and the way that you want it to be. So you're doing important stuff, but it's not urgent, okay? So when you begin to neglect stuff, it's going to start going into the urgent, box, and that's a problem because now, you're spending less time in quadrant 2. Quadrant 3 and 4 are the ones that you're trying to get out of. Quadrant 3 is when something is urgent, but it's not important. And what are some of those things? It's basically when other people have an agenda for your life that is just not important to you. Now, you can't say that this is a job, okay? Because a job is actually, almost in quadrant 1. It's putting out the fires of your daily needs of needing rent and needing food on the table, right? And for you to not be in a needy position when you start your business. So having a job right now is part of quadrant 1 and 2. Eventually, it's going to become part of quadrant 3 because you don't need that job because you got money on the side, right? Right? So at that time, you can fire your boss, which is going to be great because I enjoyed doing that on that Saturday in October 2016. Ooh, it was amazing. Okay? But for now, this is basically other people's expectations of you that you basically have to say no thanks to. Sometimes that's going to have people be upset with you or people going out of your life or whatever, but you can't do everything for everyone. You got to get rid of people that create problems in your life instead of help you solve problems in your life. There needs to be some form of win-win situation. If you got people in your life that are not problem solving with you, then they're problem stacking for you, right? And then you've got quadrant 4, which is things that are not important, but also not urgent. These are basically things that you want to get completely rid of, right? Like watching porn, gaming, stuff that you don't want to do in general and that cause addiction or cause bad things to happen in your life and create more problems, to be honest, right? Get rid of those. Now that we've understood what the boxes are, let's now discuss the 3 categories of life. It's health, relationships, and finance. And you're in a position right now, probably, where you want to create exponential growth in your financials, because that's what I talk about on this channel. I don't want you to be in romantic relationships right now because that's going to create problems for you. You're problem stacking. You have a responsibility that you would not have had if you weren't involved romantically, right? Is that true? Is that true? Okay. So if we understand this, let's first look at health. This is something that you need to make sure you take care of immediately if you have a health problem that prevents you from doing the 80-hour work week. What could those things be? It could be that you're obese, that you're massively overweight. That might be a problem. It's very difficult to do the 80-hour work week if you're obese and overweight. That's a health issue that you need to take care of ASAP. Now, obviously, you need a full-time job, but any other time that you don't have a full-time job, you should be spending on pretty much weight loss. No one in Men of High Value should ever be overweight or obese, so you'll basically automatically become thin and athletic as everyone else in our community, okay? Now, most people are, not everyone, but eventually they will be, because it's unacceptable for you to be overweight or obese and being part of the Men of High Value community. Come on, let's go. Okay, so now that we understand health, if you've got any other health concerns, let's take care of them. Every single aspect of life has a solution. Every single aspect of life has a solution. Let's figure it out. What's your health problems? Get rid of them. If you don't have any health problems, fantastic. Then you can move on to the next one, right? Next one is relationships. Relationships cause a lot of problems. You already have a bunch of problems with your family and with your friends. Everyone who starts out normally do. There are some rich families that have built up really great people skills in themselves and in their kids, and as a result, they don't have that much relationship problems, and that allows them to get richer and richer and richer because they can focus instead on making money and serving people instead of trying to solve issues inside their own home. Most people have issues in their homes, though, just so you know, right? But can you limit those issues as much as possible? This is, again, going back to the romantic aspect of things. Don't take on that responsibility yet. Oh, suddenly she's pregnant. Oh, great. Now, talk about problem stacking, bro. Like, that's one of the biggest things that are going to stack your problems for the next 18 years. It's not the time yet if you haven't built up your empire, right? So going out to party, sleeping around with girls, doing stuff that are unnecessary will cause more problem stacking. And you're going to be backstabbed in the back by your best friend. And you're going to be this, that, and the other. There's so many things that happen in people's lives that are just like, where did that come from? Like, bro, how did you manage to get yourself into that situation? You problem solve by getting the wrong people out of your life and then keep the best people in your life. Maybe that's 20% of the people that you've got in your life right now. You got to get rid of people. The cool part about the 80-hour work week is that you actually are naturally getting rid of 80% of the people because they naturally move out of your life because you don't care about them anymore. You might care, but the thing is that you only have a limited amount of time per day and you will spend it with the people that you enjoy the most. So people that you kind of enjoy and that kind of have expectations of you and you have some expectations of them, and it's like kind of there and they want you to come out with them and they want you to hang out and all that stuff, that's naturally going to flow out of your life. And guess what? That was a problem solving issue. Okay? Because they were beginning to stack on problems for you while you had the 80-hour work week. They're saying, oh, you're never doing this and you're doing that now and blah, 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 blah. Bro, like, gently remove them out of your life with people skills by simply reducing the amount of time and money and energy that you're investing in those people. It's problem solving. Amazing. And now you get to making money. Now, understand that making money, you want to problem solve as much as possible there so that your routines go on autopilot. You want things to be simple and easy to do inside of your jobs and inside of your business. You shouldn't be wanting to think a lot. Oh, it's really hard to think and to come up with a solution with this for that and this and that and the other. Make it super simple. Preferably have a job that is brain dead so that you can think about your business all day long. That would be the ultimate way to problem solve your issues in your life that prevents you from building a business. If you have a business that gives you golden handcuffs, meaning they pay you extremely well, but as a result, you just don't have time for anything else, that's a problem, right? And so if we want to problem solve, maybe we should accept a pay cut somewhere else. Is a possibility. It's worth thinking about. If you get a better schedule in return, a more brain dead kind of position. This is why I don't recommend promotions. I don't recommend being paid a lot of money, right? Because it puts you in a position where you now also probably will increase your expenses. And as a result, you're causing more problems for yourself that your business will have issues solving in the future. Be wise about your choices. Most people don't understand how everything comes together, but I've seen hundreds upon hundreds of guys and help them to make changes in their lives to start moving towards exponential growth in their business and in their lives. I've seen it all. And so I'm most probably sure that I can help you to problem solve with the right brainstorming in place, with the right questions and answers and working together. We can brainstorm your way to financial freedom. Make sure you DM me at Men of High Value. I'll see you guys in the next one.